he saw, he came home from France and decided he wanted one too.
Dictator-like?
The idea of a peacetime military parade through the nation's capital surprised some to begin with. But when the cost jumped from $12 to $92 million...
It's not worth it. We never had one before. I don't think it's necessary.
But the president apparently wants a military extravaganza. Tanks, guns, and planes. Some characterize it as reminiscent of parades through Red Square.
The Russians and the French do such a good job, we should leave it to them.
Wow. Haters or what's the story? You're trying to make Trump haters?
Yeah, here at the World War II Memorial, supporters of President Trump grew agitated when we asked them about the peacetime military parade, some actually saying it was all propaganda.
It's no propaganda from way back that he wanted to do something like North Korea did, right?
So far, no word on whether the steep price,
$92 million.
Spending money that way, especially when it's my tax dollars,
will dissuade the president from the parade he apparently hopes to preside over. Stephen Sheeta, ABC 7 News.
The first day of jury deliberations in the Paul Manafort trial wrapped up with no verdict. Jurors will return to the Alexandria courtroom tomorrow morning. After 7 hours today, the group sent a note to the judge asking for the definition of reasonable doubt. He is accused of federal financial crimes. He faces another trial in D.C.
Well, it was a sad day in the world of music. Tonight, remembering the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, losing her battle with pancreatic cancer. The news sending shockwaves all across the globe for so many who were personally touched by her music, but it is a loss that is personal for those in the music industry who knew and worked right alongside her, including DC's own Donnie Simpson. Our Heather Graff spoke to him about the memories he's now holding close.
All day long, behind the scenes and on the air, they paid tribute.
The Queen of Soul, undisputed.
And that's because longtime DC DJ Donnie Simpson considered Aretha Franklin not just a legend, but a friend.
I can't even tell you the first time I met Aretha. It goes back so far.
Simpson and the Queen of Soul both grew up in Detroit. And as a young boy, he remembers visiting the church where Franklin's father was a pastor and where she first started to sing.
I do have a tape at home that my mother sent to me. It's a cassette of Aretha Franklin singing in her daddy's church at age 10. And I'm telling you, she was the queen then.
So upon learning of her death, Donnie dedicated Thursday's radio show to Franklin.
Being from Detroit, we all love the fact that she stayed there.
And on its website, Magic 102.3 shared Simpson's very favorite Franklin memory, an interview from Video Soul in the 1990s, during which she actually asked him to sing with her.
When she started singing it, I just lost it. I just started crying. There was so much in that moment for me.
A moment that, much like her music, Donnie Simpson will cherish forever.
She will never die.
Heather Graff.
We'll always hear that voice, no doubt.
ABC 7 News.
Great to hear from Donnie. And, you know, fans will have a chance to pay their respects at the National Portrait Gallery. Her portrait will go on display tomorrow morning in the museum's In Memoriam space. The image was designed by Milton Glaser in 1968. It will stay on display until next Wednesday.
The other big story we're following closely, the Vatican is now breaking its silence in the wake of that bombshell report from a Pennsylvania grand jury outlining claims of sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. Pope Francis now condemning the abuse, saying he's on the side of the thousands of reported victims. Now, the report also names Washington Cardinal Donald Wuerl. 200 times he's mentioned in that report, saying that he actually helped cover up the abuse as Bishop of the Pittsburgh Diocese. Wuerl denies any wrongdoing.
Only on 7 tonight, the parents of a Maryland football player who died after a practice are opening up. They're calling for suspended head coach DJ Durkin to be fired. This coming just days after the school admitted its football staff is responsible for Jordan McNair's death. His mother believes he may have been pushed too hard by the coaches.
If that's the culture, then he didn't want to be called these names and things that they say that they, you know, that they've been called.
Hey, I'm giving my child to you. Keep him safe. And they did anything but that. So of course he should be fired.
There are 2 outside investigations underway right now. The Chancellor of the University of Maryland calling a meeting tomorrow to see if more action needs to be taken.
There is a heartbreaking update to tell you about in the case of a missing pregnant woman and her 2 young daughters. Police today arrested her husband, the children's father, and they charged him with murder. Police say they found Shauna Watts' body at an oil drilling facility where Christopher Watts used to work, and they believe they know where the girls' bodies are as well. The arrest coming just one day after he was pleading for their safe return.
Did you guys get into an argument before she left?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But I just want them back. I just want them to come back.
Shannon Watts was 15 weeks pregnant. Police have not yet revealed a motive. And new at 11 o'clock, a driver in serious condition after flipping his car up onto its side and then over on top. This was at 8th and P Streets Northwest, just a few blocks from Logan Circle. DC firefighters stabilized the car, then they rescued the person inside. The driver is expected to be okay, but still no word on how all of this happened.
Well, 7's on your side, looking for answers tonight after Reagan Airport went dark last night. Now, Dominion Power is blaming an equipment failure. The airport telling us backup systems